Welcome back. So, Jamila, you were itching to say something about.
I mean, they just touched a bit on the career how they can choose their career. And yes, we had a very experienced career counselor who came and spoke to them. And after she was done, oh my God, these kids they all had a focus. You know, they have worksheets that they're going to work with. And you know that's going to guide them on how they can choose their chosen careers. But in addition to the activities they had, you know, we also had other, you know, just fun activities. They played with Lego. They made, you know, we have Lego architecture pieces now, and they set up the Lego pieces. We shared them into groups of 16. There are 32 of them, so we shared them into groups of 16, and. Of course, we timed them, and the first 3 to finish their pieces got awards. But it was really exciting because to set up those pieces, you actually have to follow a process. And what we're trying to let them know is that in construction, there are processes. You can't sidestep one process to continue without having to come back. If not, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, we told them about that, and they worked with Rubik's cubes also. You know, 2 of the students were actually able to solve it, and there was a face-off at the end of the program. The winner finished his in 45 seconds. The other one was just a little over 1 minute. But I mean, it was really good progress for them.
Now, Victoria, what do you, after this course, did you make up your mind what you want to be?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it?
An engineer, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Engineers everywhere.
You need us. You need us. You see, this is targeted at the underprivileged. When we didn't go to private schools to pick kids, we went to state schools, schools that really are not exposed, and we're also targeting girls. Out of the 32 kids, we had 14 girls. 14 girls. So generally in the industry, you have 1 to 10, 1 woman to 10 men.
And how many of the girls now want to be engineers?
Oh, they're crazy about engineering. I have so many of them: quantity surveyors, procurement and logistics officers, planning engineers, yes, engineering managers. They're just waiting. They're just waiting. So it was really exciting for me. Yesterday, a few of them came up to me to say goodbye, and they broke down. They started crying. They were crying. They said, "You've changed my life. You've changed my life." About 3 of them, they were crying. They almost moved me to tears.
Adamson, you mentioned quantity surveying. It's as if that was one aspect of it that got your attention. Tell us about it.
Quantity survey. In construction, quantity survey have to do with the cost of the material to be used in construction. And also, the quantity surveyor, they also monitor the civil engineers when construction to know that those material, they are the right one and they are maintained well.
Okay, so you said you want to be an engineer. I thought you were wanting to be a quantity surveyor.
No, I'm an engineer.
He's very sure what he wants to be.
Engineer. Which of them? Civil engineer. I'm surprised none of you thought about being an architect.
Well, there are a few of them, a couple of them who talked about architecture, but
yes,
these ones, they're my engineers.
You look like you're ready to absorb them as soon as they're ready.
It got to a point, all the different facilitators were lobbying for people to join their camp. The QSCs were lobbying, the mechanical engineers were, you're going to come to my camp, you're going to come to my camp. So it was fun.
So you broke them down into camps?
Well, they were in groups, but they were taught at the same time. But for the assignment, they were in groups because we try to foster team building. Construction is a team profession. You need to work in a team. So we broke them up into teams. We had leaders. Even within the teams, you had the mechanical engineer, the civil engineer. They played different roles even within their projects.
In fact, some of them formed construction
They did, and named them.
Yes, they named construction companies.
And who knows? Who knows? These companies might come to reality in the future.
Yeah.
You never
Yes,
can tell.
so okay, so they finished their course now.
Yes.
They're going away.
Yes.
When is the next course going to happen? 1. Okay.
Okay, I can answer that in another 12 months.
Okay. And what is going to happen to these ones, these 32?
We're going to mentor
after today.
them. We're going to mentor them. We have the database, and we're going to keep in touch with them, and continue to guide them and hold their hands through their education. So it's going to develop every year. We're going to have more and more people every year, and we hope to continue to guide them through their careers.
Any plans for giving scholarships to any of them?
Well, that came up yesterday because one of them actually told us that the reason why she wanted to study business administration was because her parents cannot afford to send her to engineering school. And it's a girl. So Jamila spoke to her and told her that there's opportunities for scholarship, that she should write to us, write to some of the other companies who sponsored this event. For example, we had Arike who flew the children in for free. We had Tasty Fried Chicken that gave us food throughout. I mean, they had so much to eat, sometimes they refused to have dinner because the food was too much. PZ Cousins, we had Business Day, we had Lafarge and Perry, and of course you, who are happy to showcase what we've done, and also Tai, who was the consultant for this. She worked hard with us on this. We're grateful to all of you because our plan, we say to ourselves, if we had 32 children in camp, if another 9 companies do this, that's 320 children impacted in 1 week. Yeah. So we want.
Where was camp, by the way?
Oh, we camped them in a hotel, Ibis Hotel.
Ibis International.
Murtala Mohammed Airport Road. So we, like I said, they were working their night. They didn't have fun, if you understand what I mean.
But they had fun.
But you took them to construction sites.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because they look happy enough to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh yes, they went to site 4 times.
Yes, 4 times.
Perry took them to site. They went to Lafarge concrete factory in Oregon. They went to a Perry site in Banana Island, and then they went to 2 other sites, one at substructure level, one at finishing level. And of course, we took them to the office. And they shadowed other professionals, and they were able to sit down and study drawings. They read drawings now.
As in,
they can read drawings. They have an idea what the drawings. Tell me. Yeah. It's amazing.
Well, he's telling us quantity surveying. How old are you?
I'm 16 years old.
And how old are you?
15.
Well done. So you actually had fun.
Yes, ma'am.
And you found that construction really can be fun.
It's fun, not that really, it's fun.
Even for you, girl like me, telling me construction is fun.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't get your hands dirty?
No, I know.
Very interesting. This is very inspiring for all the other young people who will be watching this program.
We also had the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, and their presentation was so inspiring. The girls, especially, when they saw this, because they came 6 of them, all engineers, female engineers. The girls were like, they want to be that. That is what they want to be. But even while having fun, the fun where we're talking about, we also took them out. They had ice cream, they had pizza. They were so excited when we, stopped at the pizza.
That's an integral part.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
smiling.
yes, it was a good blend. The whole week was a good blend for them.
Yeah. Are you looking to make it longer, or you just want to keep it as well?
1 week is long enough. No, but I really bonded with these kids, and this morning it was sad to let them go. It was sad. I promised them I'll come and visit them in school.
Yes.
Okay.
I had one who was really small. She looked like an 8-year-old, even though she was 12. She was in JS2. Mary, we nicknamed her my last one. I told her, don't let my last daughter hear you. And yesterday she broke down. She was crying.
Well done then, Kaiser. We wish you luck, and we know that this scheme is going to grow. You're going to have more children because these ones are going to go out and talk about it, so you'll have more children coming in next year. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so
And
much.
we
Thanks
hope
for having
that
us.
you have the strength to continue this, and I'm sure their parents are going to be eternally grateful to you. And in time, Nigeria will be eternally grateful.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Kaiser Foundation, catching them young. They certainly caught these ones young. Adamson Olanrewaju of Isale Coast Senior Grammar School, and Victoria Oshideru, Lagos State Senior Model College, Igbonla Ekwe. They were, part of the 32 students who took part in this camp this year. And they have come along they came along to tell us their experience. And they came along with the chairman and CEO of Kaiser Construction, Engineer Igwan or Kaisabo, and the COO, Jamila Fani. Thank you very much for coming. Good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Sunrise will be right back with the home stretch. See you in just a moment.
Her favorite part.